What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the C's Monroe Show. I am your host, and today we're here to talk about The Amateur.
You ever wonder what they do with all the stuff you dig up for them?
That's not my job.
No, but you never wonder?
No, it's the CIA. I gotta trust that they'll make the right call. Maybe it's better not to know. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Charlie, I think you need to see this.
What is this?
Your wife has been killed. What you do is very important to what we do. Let us handle this.
I want mission-specific training, cash, and a new identity.
Have you lost your mind?
I want to find and kill the people who murdered my wife.
I don't think you could beat a 90-year-old nun in an arm wrestling match.
I want to face my wife's killers, look them in the eyes, and balance the scales.
Take it. Take it!
Aye.
Point it at my chest! Do it now! Put your finger on the trigger. You can't do what I do no matter how much I train you. You're just not a killer, Charlie.
You're just a nerdy fella that works on computers. But what you doing?
Just gonna kill you. Do you ever account for the things I'm good at? You held a gun to my wife's head. This is a remote that controls a device that's been decompressing the glass beneath you. You have the wrong person. No, I have exactly the right person.
We got a ping in Rome.
He's in London.
He just got on a bus in Prague.
He practically invented half of our surveillance. Maybe y'all misjudged this individual. This ends here.
You recognize her? If you jump really fast, you might survive the blast.
Right!
Now, The Amateur is a spy thriller starring Rami Malek. Yes, Mr. Freddie Mercury himself. And honestly, yes, the movie was okay, but I don't think Bohemian Rhapsody had anything on Straight Outta Compton. But we'll talk about that in another episode. Let's talk about The Amateur. The Amateur was one of those films that I went into not having high expectations because just watching the trailer, we weren't going to get much from this film. Now, I was a little bit optimistic closer to the release of this film because I started to think, well, maybe they didn't want to show too much. It's rated R. So they wanted to keep a lot out of the trailers. My thought process was it was going to be a lot of on-edge CIA action going on, and that's not what you get with this film. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So starting off, this film is about pretty much his wife being unalived by terrorists, quote unquote. Later on, he finds out that the terrorist group was hired by the CIA originally, and it was on a rogue mission, so on and so forth. The reason why I'm ruining it for you guys is because 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video, you're not going to go see it this weekend. Let's be real. There's better options out there, right? There's Minecraft, all right? What else is coming out this weekend? I believe we have Warfare, which looks pretty good. I want to see that. I'm probably going to go see that tomorrow. What else do we have? It's a couple other movies out there, guys. I'm just recommending that this one is not the one to go watch, unfortunately. Let me get into why. This movie starts out by explaining to us that his wife was unalived and he wants vengeance for it. He's a CIA agent. Now, the problem with this is the fact that he's a CIA agent. He should know how the CIA operates at this point. And he's like a higher ranking CIA agent, not an executive, but he handles like the spy-ish. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what's going on. Why did he feel that he needed their permission or so on and so forth? I just felt like he would have went rogue from the beginning. Secondly, it didn't feel believable. Like I thought for a second that there was going to be a twist that his wife was never unalived and she had something to do with it and all this other great stuff. But I just felt like it was the bad acting in the movie. Now, don't get me wrong. When you think of Rami Malek, you think of Bohemian Rhapsody, you think of uh, The Little Things with Denzel Washington. That was some great acting. And watching those films, I don't know if this was like a last minute film and they just put it together really quick. But when you're watching Rami Malek in this film, it's like you're watching an actor trying to act, if that makes sense to you guys. Like that, it felt forced. It didn't really feel like acting. And that's why I said the acting was bad. And the only times that you got excited was when Laurence Fishburne showed up on screen and there was things happening with him where it got you excited. There was a little more action going on. There was a little more espionage things with how he was finding things out and he was kind of guiding them as he was chasing them through this film. And I felt like that was the most entertainment we got out of this film. All in all, I'm going to give this movie an easy 3 out of 10. It's not worth going to go watch, to be honest. This is definitely wait till it streams. My key thing with this film, though, the problems I had with it was, okay, you have this guy, he's a CIA agent, he's not very violent, so he's not very physical. And on the trailer, there was a scene where you seen that he kind of unalived this guy by cracking a sky pool while he's swimming in it, right? So he fell 17 stories because he broke the pool, right? I'm thinking we're going to see a lot more of that in the film. He's not very violent. He's not very physical, but he's going to unalive you in ways where it's like, oh, this guy is dangerous. And it kind of reminded me of The Accountant. When I watched the trailer, that's why it was kind of funny that The Accountant actually had a part 2 coming out in a couple weeks, which was weird, but we're here, so it is what it is. But I thought that was the vibe I got from the trailer. When I first watched the trailer from the first trailer was like, that's what it was, but it's not going to be a lot of action in it. The second trailer was like, all right, it's going to be enough action to keep you intrigued. My problem is it wasn't enough action. It wasn't enough storyline to keep you intrigued at all. It wasn't very entertaining. I caught myself checking the phone. It didn't keep my attention. Like the movie wasn't, it didn't keep you into the film. Like it didn't grasp you. Like it didn't need to keep your attention. Like it felt like it was just there. It's like you washing dishes and you throw a show on in the background. It was kind of one of those films. That's not what we need right now. That's not what you should go see right now. Save your money, wait to stream it, go see something better. I don't know what's going on at Disney. By the way, this is a Disney Fox film. The writers, somebody has to get let go. Some changes need to be happening at this point because this is ridiculous. We have a lot of failures right now. Again, I'm saying we like I work for Disney. But there's Captain America, Snow White, now this. There's just it's failure after failure with this company, and I don't see any upside right now. Well, I take that back because we're going to get into Daredevil Born Again right after this little rant I have. With The Amateur, it just felt like we could have got a better storyline. We could have looked at, again, I guess it is based off a book. Change some things. Some things need to be changed to make him better. Make him more of a menace. Like he doesn't do physical harm, but he's going to harm. He doesn't do harm physically himself, but he puts you in those situations, kind of like Saw, like Jigsaw. You know, he just puts you in these violent situations. So he's not touching you, but he's going to make sure you get touched. All right, that's what I have for that. All right. After that, 3 out of 10. Go watch something better. Save your money this weekend. Go watch Warfare. I'm about to go watch it tomorrow, so maybe not. Minecraft was definitely a great one, so go watch that with the family. It was fun. I enjoyed it. What else is out there? I feel like I'm missing something. Something else comes out this weekend, and I can't think of it right now. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into Daredevil Born Again. So in episode, I believe we're on episode 7 right now. No, this is episode 8. Episode 8 felt like a bit of a drag. There wasn't enough going on. I feel like that's just like the catalyst of this week. It wasn't enough going on to keep you entertained through these episodes. When it comes to Daredevil, Born Again, again, we've done enough for the build up. At this point, something needs to happen. I get it. We're 18 episodes. We're trying to milk it for all we have right now, right? We have to come up with something else. Bullseye just got released. You just found out that it wasn't the Kingpin that hired him for Foggy's death. It was Vanessa, which is Kingpin's wife, Vanessa Fisk. Again, and then Matt Murdock saves Kingpin from being shot. I just feel like it's a little bit, it's too everywhere. We gotta make it, we gotta hone in, make these episodes make sense. Cause now it's just like Matt Murdock didn't care. He really wanted innocent people to be innocent and help them out. And now it's just like he's jumping into these situations because he doesn't want this vigilante thing to be passed because he's a vigilante. It's just, it's a very hot and cold 8 episodes so far. Again, up to episode 7, I feel like it was a solid show. So I'm gonna give them this one off. It didn't really make it. It really wasn't great, but it was entertaining enough to keep me intrigued. Can't wait for the next episode, but this should have been another 2 episodes released on one night type deal because that wasn't enough to keep you engaged in this series. So that's my piece. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, I'll see you guys next week for the Cesar Monroe Show. Unless I throw up a short for Warfare, we'll see. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. I'll see you next week. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let your friends know where I'm at. I appreciate y'all. Peace.